Action.
Miss Bongo, last week I asked you about your bucket list. A bucket list is basically the list of things you want to do in your lifetime. Basically, if you do it, your life is fine. For you, what is on that top bucket list?
So top, you mean number one?
Yes.
For me, I guess, number one thing on my bucket list, I want to have my own solo exhibition in well-known art gallery here in the Philippines.
So do you think that your job as an art teacher will like open up to that?
I think so, because the thing is, it's not enough that you have talent. Talent is just like the first step to that. But it also helps that you have connections, that you know people and that already certain people are familiar with your work. Although I know that a lot of students aren't so familiar with the local art scene, for me it's still a start. And perhaps that maybe if some students, if they have parents who know people in the art scene and then they realize that their son does better work in art or that they're more interested in art, and that could help give me an edge. Also, the things I learned from being an art teacher actually inspired me to do certain artwork. So maybe I could come out with a collection inspired from being an art teacher, and that might push me to hopefully get an exhibition in the gallery one day.
Okay, so basically, can you like say that being an art teacher is like your start to your
Yeah, I already made it a point that the moment I graduated college, I had to get a job related to art. That I knew that if my first job would not be related to art, then I wouldn't be happy and I wouldn't last in that job for very long at all.
Have you always been like interested in the field of art?
I have been interested in art since I could distinguish colors, or at least that's what my mother said. I've been drawing since a young age. Like, my mother is the type of person who would keep drawing since I was a baby. So, and I think it's because of the support of my parents, and they kept on encouraging me to pursue art, to continue drawing, because growing up, they didn't like me watching TV. Like, TV was okay, but they didn't want me to be fat, so from time to time they would limit, okay, you've had too much TV, now here's some paper, here's some crayons, you go draw.
So that was like a replacement.
Yeah, that was a replacement, and I actually thank them for that now. So thank you, Mom and Dad.
For taking away all of
For
that.
taking away my TV time. That was destroying my brain to cartoon violence. Although I did draw a lot of cartoon violent things, but that's another thing.
Okay, what like attracts you when you put the pencil on the page? What like makes you want to keep drawing for the next
Well, it's not just exactly pencil on the paper per se. What makes me want to make art be the best term for it? Because I think it's just in the sense that I can't imagine my life without it. Because art has been such a big chunk of my life now. In the sense that if I were to take out art, it would be like taking out like a good part of me. That without that, I am not of this fond of anymore. I think what got me really interested in art was the fact that I was exposed to a lot of art. Everyone in my family painted. Everyone in my family painted. In this, as in, everyone has at least one artwork hung up at home. And I realized, okay, it's now my family legacy that I must paint something that will be hung up in our house.
Did that ever like pressure you like, okay, I have to draw this?
Yeah, I was pressured a lot as a child. As in, because I was the first of my generation. I was the first grandchild ever in the family. So the moment I was born, they're like, oh, okay, there's going to be great things for this child. She will not only be smart, she will also draw, and she will also be into sports. I am not into sports, but 2 out of 3 isn't
2 out
bad.
of 3 is
2 out of 3 is pretty good.
Was the pressure that you felt more on like, did you like bring it on yourself, or was it like your parents draw?
No, they never did that. Rather, it's just, oh, show me what you can draw, Isa. And I would draw. And then, for example, I would draw like this sun, and then this mountain, and then happy people. And then my mother would always ask me, like she wouldn't just say, oh, that's nice. She would always question, oh, why are those people happy? And then I would come up with a story behind it. And then, so also through art, it got me thinking a lot. That's why nowadays, my expertise, or what I'm very comfortable with in art, is making surrealist artworks, which is pretty much art associated with dreams.
Okay. So, from a little girl just drawing simple doodles on the paper, 30 or 20 years later, you're now in your first exhibition.
Okay.
In that moment, how do you think you will feel?
Huh.
Will you feel some sort of like sense, yes, I did it, or will you be like, what's more? Will you be waiting for what's more to come?
I think more of the latter, because I have this personal philosophy that I must never be content with myself. And with art, actually, it's very good to have that philosophy that you can never be at the best because you're always striving to be better. Because it would be boring that you think, okay, I'm finally here, I'm at the top. But then, once you're at the top, there's nothing left. And then your art just stays the same. And then there's nothing interesting about that. So I think on the day of my first exhibition, how I would feel would be, one, extremely happy, two, very grateful, and third, what's next for me? And I'd certainly feel like this newfound pressure and challenge of myself that I can do so much more now that I've accomplished this.
Okay, so you told me that you're gonna a new challenge for you. What do you think that challenge will be when you finish your first exhibition?
Huh. I do like the phrase painting the town red. Let's see if I can take that over there.
Okay, it's one that I think that will be all, and thank you very much for your time.
Okay, no problem, Dave Palma.